Good afternoon. We're going to wait a couple minutes for people to be able to log in here, and then we'll start very shortly with the public hearing. Okay, at this point, I'd like to begin the public hearing for Central's proposed fare restructuring. This public hearing for noon today is for the city of Utica in Oneida County. There'll be another one at 6 p.m. tonight, again for the city of Utica and for Oneida County. My name is Steve Cagle. I'm the Vice President of Communications and Business Planning at Centro. Also attending today is Centro's Chief Executive Officer, Brian Schultz, and our Deputy Chief Executive Officer, Christopher Tuff. We also have other Centro staff members who are attending this hearing as well. We will be giving the presentation an overview of the proposed changes. Anyone can submit comments at any time during the presentation using the question feature, which is in the media control panel on the right of your screen. We ask that you limit questions to the proposed service changes only, and we will answer any questions at the end of the presentation. If you know other people who could not attend today and are interested in providing feedback, we will accept feedback through Friday, February 11th via social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at GoCentralBus. You can leave a phone message at 315-442-3400. You can write to us at Centro at 200 Cortland Avenue, Syracuse, New York 13205, or by fax. We're still accepting faxes. 315-442-3337. So the proposed change, what is the change? The change is that all of our bus fares are going to $1 for adults and 50 cents for persons who qualify for half fare. So why the change? Well, the first off is to entice riders. Most individuals with this fare restructuring will see a reduction in the transit costs. We would like to have more people riding our services and able to use our services to get to where they need to go for their transportation needs. Additionally, this restructuring will provide some fare parity. It will offer the same price for all of our city riders in all of the locations we serve. And it will also allow us, by simplifying these fares, it will lay the foundation for us to enhance our technology. We are currently testing our mobile ticketing option. And mobile ticketing will be available to individuals in the near future. This will allow individuals to set up an account, buy their passes with their smartphone, and then they will just have to wave that smartphone in front of a reader on the bus, and you can pay your fare that way. As I mentioned, this is universal pricing, so all prices will be the same in all Centro properties. One minor exceptions are the services that connect Syracuse to Oswego and Syracuse to Auburn in our intercity services. And these passes will be universal. So every pass that you buy can be used in any of our properties. If you buy a pass in Utica, it can be used in Rome and vice versa. This is something that is new to our system. Previously, because the fares were different in each property, the passes had to be different. But that will change now as we are going to universal passes, universal fare structure. As I mentioned, we're going to reduce some fare zones. That really talks about our services that are the commuter services between Oswego and Auburn and Syracuse. So it really does not affect Oneida County. But we are simplifying our pass options. There will be just 3 types of passes that will be offered. That will be a day pass, and that day pass will be good for 24 consecutive hours of unlimited rides. A max pass that is good for a week of consecutive days of unlimited rides, and a 10 ride pass. And that's a pass you buy that will store 10 rides. Those rides will never expire. Now, we are going to be able to sell all of these passes. This is exciting for us, straight from the fare box. We think it's be very convenient for our customers. Individuals no longer have to buy them online. They don't need to go to the local grocery store or go to the transit hub or to your local central office. But we will, you'll be able to buy them right from wherever you board the bus. So you walk out to a bus stop, walk out to the bus, tell the driver that you'd like to buy one of our passes, insert fare into the fare box, and the driver will be able to provide you with the pass that you've requested. The one thing with this, when you buy it on the bus, that you must tell the bus driver you intend to buy a pass before you put money in the fare box. The technology right now is that once you put money in the fare box, it will assume that you're paying just for a single fare, and you will pay for the single fare, but you will lose your opportunity at that point to buy one of our passes. So the fare structure, as it will look in Utica, the cash fare will go from $1.50 to $1. The cash fare for people who qualify for half fare will go from 75 cents to 50 cents. Children under 6 will remain free. However, we will no longer be offering free transfers. So if you are currently a customer that it requires a transfer between your locations, you'll be asked to pay a fare each time you board the bus. In an effort to reduce the impact on those individuals, we have reduced the cost of our day pass from $5 to $4. So if you want to ride all day long for $4, you can ride all day long on our service. Our weekly max pass which is the 7 consecutive days of unlimited rides, that will drop from $15 to $12 for adult fare, and the cost of a 10-ride pass will drop from $15 to $10. So all of the passes are being reduced. The cash fare is being reduced. The only thing that's really changed is that we're no longer allowing transfers. We also are making a change in the age for the senior citizen to qualify for our half fares. And that will change from 60 to 65. All of the other properties that we serve, 65 years of age is the age in which individuals qualify for half fare. We're changing that from 60 to 65 in Utica. However, we are going to grandfather people in. If you're currently eligible, you'll remain eligible. We are going to set up a program where we're going to ask individuals to buy one of our central half fare passes to show that you're eligible. It'll make the transitions easier and smoother and ensure that you will maintain your eligibility through the process. And we'll have days in which we're asking people to show up and provide the proper paperwork to get their half fare, and that will be coming in the near future. Our call bus services that many individuals qualify for are paratransit services. The price for a ride in Utica will drop from $2.50 to $2, and that will be consistent with all of the call bus fares across all the properties that we serve. Again, as I mentioned, we are eliminated transfers. We wanted to give people an idea of how many people that could affect. We ran our transfer numbers from 2019 pre-pandemic and also 2021 post-pandemic. In the Utica area, right now it's about 17% of the users do use transfers. And again, what we did is we priced our unlimited ride passes, the day passes, or the weekly passes in a manner in which we believe that if you purchase those, you'll save on the regular cash fare and really mitigate the impact on those individuals that will have to transfer between buses. System-wide, if you look at the transfer overall from our system, about 81% of all of our transfers occur in Syracuse. The day passes and the max passes, as I've said, have been priced to limit the impact on those individuals. Overall, when you look at our system, most users will see a fare decrease, overwhelming majority of individuals. Some individuals will see no change in their fares. Very few will actually see a fare increase. When we transition from the new fare structure from the current fare structure to the new fare structure, one issue that we know we're going to have to work through is that the passes that you may have in Utica and in Rome that you buy from a vendor will not be valid, will not work in the fare box after the new fare structure goes into effect. What we've done right now is we've already activated the ability to buy passes on the fare box. We would encourage all individuals to start buying those passes on the fare box. The ones that come out of the fare box will be able to be used forever. Those will be the ones that will go into the fare box and be accepted past beyond the change. If you do have some old passes, please reach out to us. We will replace your old fare media with new fare media. We have begun the process of reaching out to all of our vendors who have a large stock of our passes. That transition is already underway. But for private individuals who may have a lot of passes, we ask that they contact us. You can either go to your local central office or call our revenue collection department at 315-442-3342. We will swap these passes out. Now we'll swap them out for on a ride-by-ride basis. If you have a 10-ride pass and there's still 8 rides left on that pass, we will give you 8 rides and passes going forward that can be used on the fare box beyond the change that is scheduled for March 7th. We are not issuing cash refunds for exchanges. This will simply be a ride-for-ride exchange program. And that's really all there is to it. Like I said, if there are individuals who you know that couldn't be here, they can certainly contact us by the ways that I mentioned before, on our social media, by phone, by mail, or by fax. So as of this point, what I would like to do is I'd like to open this up to questions. I know that an individual is asking, do you need to get a new ID card for half fare if yours is damaged? I would encourage you to do so. If you reach out to our customer service department, they can arrange that for you. You can get a new half fare pass and one with a central ID, and that will be honored, obviously, as long as you're eligible. Whether if you're a person who's a senior, it'd be more of a permanent eligibility, but other individuals are required to re-up their ID every 3 years. Another question is, can't there be transfers? The answer is at this point, no. We are eliminating transfers. So as I mentioned, we've priced our unlimited ride passes in a manner to mitigate the cost associated with people who transfer. If you're currently transferring and you're paying $1.50 and you have to transfer and your ride is $1.50, if you get a day pass for $4, you can ride as many times as you want. You can go to and from your location with all transfers. It'll only be $4. It mitigates that fare increase. Then rather than having to pay a dollar every time you get on, it's kind of the same price. It's $4 or $4. So it's, but you get the unlimited ride option if you buy the day pass. And if you buy a weekly pass, if you're riding every day, I certainly would encourage you to buy the weekly pass. The adult fare is $12. The half fare is $6. That's unlimited rides for the course of a week. And that's much more cost efficient if you are a daily rider. I really would strongly encourage you to use the weekly pass at that point. Are there any more questions or comments regarding the proposed fare restructuring? I'll give a couple more minutes, and if there are no further questions, I will close the public hearing. But I'll wait a couple more minutes for individuals who may have more questions, or if more individuals appear for the public hearing. Again, we asked that all questions be limited to the proposed fare restructuring. There is a question of could there be Sunday service in Utica? I will just tell you at this point, we do not have any plans for expanding service in Utica to Sundays at this point. At this point, I'd like to remind everyone that there is another public hearing for Utica to schedule tonight at 6 p.m. If you know somebody who could not attend this meeting, I would encourage you to let them know that there is one at 6 p.m. tonight. It'll also be virtual, as this one was. And therefore, if there are no further questions, oh, I do have one other further question. What's cheaper, to get a day pass or a weekly pass? Well, I think that really depends on how often you ride. The daily pass is $4 for adults, $2 for people who qualify for half fare. And the weekly pass is $12. That is good for 7 consecutive days, but we understand we do not have service in Utica on Sundays, but it is good for a full week, a Monday through Saturday. That is $12. If you ride every day and you ride a lot, the weekly pass is a better bargain, because if you were to buy the day pass every day, it would be $24. It would be twice as much if you rode every day. So the weekly pass is definitely a better value if you are riding regularly. If you ride actually more than 4 days a week, it's really a good value. Okay, therefore, if there are no further questions, I am closing this public hearing. I appreciate everyone's attendance. Thank you for showing up. And we'll have another one again, like I said, at 6 p.m. tonight. Thank you.